Alright, you guys, this is the wheat futures chart, and Russia just mobilized their military, and the first breakout on wheat that we saw was in February. Okay, so this is recent time. This is on a monthly. Let's go over to the 4-hour real quick so I can show you and then try to download you why this is important, right? So February 24th, 2022. This is the day Putin. The last time Putin spoke was that day, right? The 24th of 2022. That kicked off the dumpster fire on the economy. No one in crypto was even thinking about this. This was the beginning of the end for crypto and for, everything we're facing now. Okay, so now 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes ago now, he came out and he mobilized. So here what he's doing is special military special military ops. Just keep it simple, like militias, right? Not like full-on, full-scale mobilization of the Russian military. That pops this up here. Okay, now look, these patterns have meaning. See the rounded bottom? Okay, that's a rounded bottom. If you know how to trade, you know what a rounded bottom means. Now I want to show you right here today. He just came out 15 minutes ago and said some crazy shit. They're mobilizing. Basically, they declared war. Now, there'll be about 4 days where there's got to be some lawmaking, rulemaking, and stuff like that. But by next week, this will be common news. Everybody will be talking about it, and wheat futures will be back up here. So if we traded futures right now, you'd be jumping on this. So watch. You had your rounded bottom. Okay. Now, boom, price just came back down. Broke down here in June. There's a lot to catch you up on, man. A lot to say about this. So just try to follow, because you'll learn a few things. So right here, what do we have? We have this bottom setting up. Okay, we're not even in. So if this is like going to be a cup and handle, we're just now forming the bottom, right? And everybody, the CPI just came out last week, right? And remember, CPI came in high, and I had said, what if oil prices increase? What if these commodities increase? You see what I'm saying? So inflation was high. Inflation was high. They couldn't get it down, and everything had come down. You see the importance of what I'm saying? All the prices had come down, right? And then in this time frame here, in August, prices had come down almost 10%, and then we still couldn't get inflation down. The Fed could not get a grip on it. This is, dude, crazy shit is gonna happen. Crazy shit is about ready to pop off, right? So you see this formation here, this rounded bottom. Within 5 days, if I could trade futures right now, I'd jump on this, because within 5 days, this is going to be back up here, right? So I just want to show you how that plays out. Rounded bottom, break of this level, probably some consolidation. This is your cup and handle forming. Up here, retrace. Pretty much have it memorized at this point. And then what happens is, so you got your little handle forming, and then you're going to get the breakout here, right? Basic cup and handle is setting up right now on wheat futures based on this news. All right, so what the implication of that is, CPI, market sold off last week 5% on these CPI numbers that were not, that they were using wheat prices were priced in here, right? They weren't even pricing this shit in because this is September. So this is reporting for August into September, month over month, right? So let's go over to oil, which is now surging 2% on that news. I put a video out. The four people that listen, I called it. You know, it's painful to be ahead of the game all the time. I absolutely called this shit. So look, you're already up 2%, and I'd said last week's video, I said CPI, right, was reporting, oh, Biden is fucked. He is done for. So the CPI data is coming out and saying, based on gas prices coming down, because they were way jacked up, remember? So the CPI report, August, is reporting around, this is very approximate, but I just throw a line in here so you can have some frame of reference, around here. Okay, so with gas prices coming down into this range, right, our CPI numbers still came in high. You feel what I'm saying, right? So you were down 7% on gas, and you couldn't get inflation under control, and you were still down 7% on gas, right? At the same time, you were down on wheat, was down, everything was down. This just, look at that breakout, dude. That's on wheat, man. Oh, it's crazy. We're in crazy town now, guys. This is going to be wild. I gotta check the Bitcoin. This is going to be wild. Let's look at these. These are going to come down. Yep. See, now you're starting to see it melt into the SPY. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, that basically this would be a bear trap if it was data driven. But 25 minutes ago, mobilization of Russia means that we have a news catalyst. And what did I say? I said, if you have a news catalyst, then this whole thing, this whole idea of moving to the upside is wrecked. The other thing I know is it's an economic war, and Putin is a savage, and he timed this shit exactly. You think he doesn't know when the rate hikes are, when the world economy is most vulnerable? His timing is crazy, dude. So there you go, and you can see it's going to be time to short here real soon, man. I mean, it's going to be time. Dude, everything is pumping right now. I mean, this was so mellow 10 minutes, 20 minutes ago, a half hour ago. Oh my God, dude. None of this has moved yet. This hasn't moved yet, so something to keep an eye on. That's US. We want to keep an eye on this. You want to keep an eye on this natural gas stuff. And you want to keep an eye on this. This is going to get crazy tomorrow for these guys. Corn's up. Not breaking out yet, but it will. So here's the thing, is that the data dependent move for tomorrow is kind of out of the question at this point. And I didn't know up until this happened what the market was going to do. I was sitting there thinking, well, it may not react, but we are getting a reaction. And so just to slow down so you guys can understand, because we are having this volume come in on wheat futures, what that means is that commodities are going up, which means inflation is going up. You have a problem because there's supply side inflation and then monetary policy inflation. The Fed controls the monetary policy, which they're going to do with the 0.75 tomorrow. But now you've got supply side inflation, which is the administration's problem. And Fed Powell will say that. But they won't be able to bring inflation down as long as these things I'm showing you continue higher. If oil goes up, inflation goes up. It's exactly the dangerous shit that I talked about last week. I didn't know it was going to happen so quick. Definitely going to be time to short, man. Definitely. Leave it at that, man. I hope that made sense to you guys. I hope somebody learned something. And it's going to be wild tomorrow.